Now, from South Seminole Academy in Castleberry, Florida, direct from the third floor of building number 3, this is South Seminole News. Hello, everybody. Welcome to South Seminole News. My name is Mr. Miles. I'm down here in the left-hand corner. I got this tiny little window here. Welcome to the social distancing lounge. There's got to be a better way to say that. It's just a tongue twister. Welcome to the Friday show. Once again, if you want to send me a video for the Friday show, send that to me in an email or send it to me as a Google Doc and then just click on Mr. Miles and send it to me that way. Before we begin the show, I want to tell you about something we talked about last week. The Seminole County Farm Bureau Youth Speech Contest is still going on. They extended the date to May 6th for registration, which means you still have time to submit that if you want to. The topic this year is, what are 3 major challenges that you feel Florida agriculture is facing? And you can look on our school's Facebook page, and we've got the information on where you can click on that link to submit your video. Coming up on the show today, we've got Mr. Motley's going to be giving us a cooking segment. We also have Ava to give a special message. Chloe's going to talk to us about her garden. Richie's going to give us another little NFL update, but we're going to start things off with Amelia with a special announcement.
Hello everyone, welcome back to South Seminole News. It's Amelia again, and today I am here to talk about the very special 8th graders who will unfortunately not be able to attend graduation this year due to current circumstances. 8th graders, you have finally made it to the end of middle school, the end of your early schooling years. You have experienced what it feels like to be an elementary schooler, curious of the future and what middle school is like. And now you have experienced what it feels like to be in middle school. Congratulations on surviving and thriving through these years of life, whether they be difficult, fun, or confusing. You all will finally be moving on to high school, the few years before adulthood, the few years where you will choose and decide what you want to do, experience, and live as. People always say that time flies. It's true, time does fly. That's why it's important to enjoy the present, cherish the moments that happen, and treasure all of the memories that you have made along the way. As my father always likes to say, change is the only constant in the universe. Sometimes things happen that aren't always in our favor, but what I've learned is that with every bad thing, another good thing awaits. There is always a good and bad side to everything. It just depends on how you decide to look at it. The person who was sitting next to you in class, who was ahead of you. Have you ever wondered, how are they ahead of me? Why are they so smart? Instead of thinking that way, change it to, how can I be more like them? Have I been working hard enough to achieve my goals in life? Life is short, but at the same time, it's a lengthy learning process. It's short in the aspect that time flies. One day it could be 2012, and the next you could be sitting here right now. However, through those years, you learned something every day. Whether it was learning how to read and write, or learning that you can't leave raw eggs out for too long, you learned at least something. Those learning experiences and the people who influenced you every day were what changed you and shaped you to be who you are right now. In a way, most of the things that shaped you or happened were because of the choices that you made. Life is full of choices. You are the author of your story. You write the story, and you decide what happens. Will it have a sad ending? Will it be a happy one? Or will the story be plain and boring with barely any plot to it? Will I lead or will I follow? And most importantly, how will I make a difference to the world? It's never too late to start.
My top 2 favorite things doing while being stuck at home is getting in my swimming pool and watching Netflix. I like getting in my swimming pool because it's fun and there's a lot of things you can do in the pool. And when you think you've only been in for like half an hour, you've actually been in for like 2 hours. So it wastes time and it's fun. So that's why I like doing that. And then I like watching Netflix because there's so many things you can watch on Netflix. And so you never really run out of things to watch. And if you pick like something really good, you can like keep watching it and then you keep watching stuff. Yeah. So those are my two favorite things doing while being stuck at home. My thoughts on not returning back to school are I'm sad and I'm kind of happy at the same time. I'm sad because I won't get to see my friends, and I actually liked going to school and like doing paper copy stuff. I don't really like this online stuff too much. And my message, and I'm happy because we only have to do like 2 hours of work a day instead of for the long time that we go to school. So yeah, that's good. And my message for the teachers is you guys are doing a really good job with this online stuff, how they you guys have it set up with like the different assignments and stuff, and I miss them. I miss the teachers so much. So yeah. Okay, dear 8th graders, I'm sorry that the last year of middle school for you guys got ruined because of this coronavirus. And don't be scared to go to high school because it's just another year of school. And yeah, don't be scared at all. Just go in there, kind of like how you came in to middle school. Don't be scared. There's really nothing to be scared about. I know my sister was really scared when she went into high school, but it wasn't that bad for her. And yeah, again, sorry that you didn't really have your 8th grade graduation. And I hope that high school is fun, because in my opinion, middle school hasn't been that fun. So hopefully high school is a little bit more fun, but it's probably not. But yeah, don't be scared. Sorry that your last year of middle school was ruined and that you couldn't have a graduation, and hope for the best. You always want to hope for the best. So yeah.
Hey guys, so as we know, we're already on a break and it's getting kind of long, and I want to show you guys what we're doing here. Come on. We've planted a kind of massive garden in our patio. We have green beans, we have cucumbers, we even have 12 dang lemon trees. Over here we have a ton of peppers, like there's a hot burrito, a dragon cayenne, a hot cayenne, and then just other sweet peppers. We have spinach, and then mixed fresh radishes, and we even have tomatoes. And then at the very end here, we have a different type of tomato. Over here we have some fresh herbs, like oregano and rosemary. And we have potatoes that are coming soon. We're really excited about those. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next year with a ton of new dance videos.
What's up and welcome back, Hurricanes. I'm Richie, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a little NFL update. So because there's not a lot of sports news going on right now, because the NFL draft has concluded, there is still some stuff going on in the NFL. So I just want to bring you guys a little news. I usually watch a TV show on NFL Network called Up to the Minute. So it just gives you some updates and what's going on in the NFL. So this is my Up to the Minute update. So with the first story of the day, the Cincinnati Bengals released quarterback Andy Dalton. He's been the quarterback for them for the past 9 seasons. They released him after drafting Joe Burrow number 1 overall. There was a lot of speculation about him being traded, but nobody made any offers to Cincinnati for him. There was a lot of speculation about him backing up Joe Burrow for this upcoming season, but now that's not happening at all. They released him earlier today, and now there are some teams that are making a pursuit on him. Teams that are some good fits for him could be the Jacksonville Jaguars could use him to back up Gardner Minshew. The New York Jets could use him to back up Sam Darnold. And the New England Patriots could try and sign him to make him possibly the starter this season. They are looking at him right now, and that would make a lot of sense since they drafted no quarterbacks in this draft. So our second story of the day, Kansas City Chiefs defensive back Bashaud Breeland has been suspended for the first 4 games of the upcoming NFL season for substance abuse. Now, this has to be really bad for the Chiefs. There's one of their best defensive players, Bashaud Breeland, will not play for the first 4 games of the 101st NFL season. But they look like they could get it done offensively. But still, Bashaud Breeland, that's a big loss for them. But he probably will be coming back after those 4 games to make a start. Our third story of the day, the Indianapolis Colts kicker, Adam Vinatieri. He is 47 years old. He is coming back to kick for the Indianapolis Colts. He is the second oldest player in NFL history at 47, the oldest being another kicker who was 48 years old. So Adam Vinatieri will be the oldest playing NFL player this year. He's had a great career, but this last year has been the worst of his career. He hasn't been making those long kicks like he usually is. So I am kind of surprised by him coming back for the team. Maybe he is trying to become the oldest player, maybe the first NFL player ever to play to 50 years old. He's only got 3 more seasons to do that. And our final news story of the day is actually not in the NFL. It's coming from the NBA. The NBA season does have a possibility of resuming. So the NBA is going to open up the training facilities in the NBA. So they're going to open up the training facilities to get some more practice done, which is some big news because this could be a huge step towards them resuming the season. They did cancel it, or I'm sorry, not cancel it. They suspended it earlier this year, a couple months ago. And that was some big news. That was probably the biggest sport that was happening right now. And it's canceled and suspended. But it could be coming back. I'd be hoping that the Orlando Magic can make a playoff run. Currently, if it does resume, the Magic are in the 8th seed. I believe they're 2 games behind the Brooklyn Nets. So that is some big news. Will the players be wearing masks if the season resumes? That's something we'll have to find out. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you next week.
Good morning, Hurricanes, and welcome to Cooking with Mr. Motley. So today we are not going to worry so much about what we're cooking, but portion sizes and why they're so important. So portion sizes basically are what should be consumed by the average person. Females are about 2,000 calories a day and men are about 2,500 calories a day for full-grown adults. So you can probably take maybe about 300 calories off that you need per day as a student, but you burn more calories. So anywhere between maybe 2,300 to 2,800 calories a day is normal. But you guys will burn a lot more calories than adults, so enjoy. First thing we want to start off with are measuring cups. So if you don't have these in your house, you definitely want to get some measuring cups. Measuring cups, if you look right here on the side, it tells you what size cup it is. A 1 cup scoop, 1/3 cup scoop, so you know what size. Then you want to get measuring spoons. Okay, so these are teaspoons and tablespoons. Okay, so TBS is for tablespoon and TPS is for teaspoon. I know it's kind of showing up backwards, but just want to get you an idea of it. And then you also want to have a regular measuring cup. So this is going to get you an idea. So for breakfast, I usually start out with a piece of chicken. I do what's called a high protein, low carb diet, so you won't see too many carbohydrates, such as anything that pretty much has sugar in it. I try to avoid that in the morning time. So first thing I want to do is utilize my scale. So I'll turn the scale on. And I want to get about 3.5 ounces of meat. So that is about 3.5 ounces of meat. So with your eggs, you're going to need, in this case, you're going to use a tablespoon because I use liquid eggs. We're using a tablespoon, and you get 3 tablespoons of eggs. Now, I already portioned out my yogurt and my cottage cheese. But you can utilize the big ones and then use your scoops to get the right size. And last but not least, we want to put a little bit of fiber in our diet. So we're going to have some spinach. Good old spinach. Yes, you can eat spinach for breakfast. So spinach is going to be about 1/3 of a cup. So that's about 1/3 of a cup of spinach. My eggs. This is always fun. Hopefully you get this on camera. Bam! Now with yogurt and cottage cheese, I usually don't eat both. I usually choose one or the other. If you use yogurt, you get about a cup of yogurt. Cottage cheese, you get about a half a cup. So this is a half a cup. Gonna take the egg and flip it on there. Put on my cottage cheese. That is breakfast. Can you get a good look at that? That's breakfast. All right, so like I said, portion sizes. Doesn't matter so much of what you eat. You do want to try and avoid the carbs and the sugars. That's not so much important as much as your portion sizes. All right, 80% what you eat, 20% exercise helps everybody. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day.
That's all for today. Don't forget, if you need to send me a video to Mr. Miles, send that to me in an email or as a Google Doc, and we'll put your video up here on the news. That goes for teachers and that goes for students as well. That's all for today. Have a great weekend. You're doing great. You only got a couple more weeks of school. Have a great weekend, everybody, and don't forget to storm.